Be a man, boy, stand up. Get up off your ass, homie, man up. This a mentality. Yeah, we getting balls deep. Conversation over here ain't for the weak. This the mentality. 6 p.m. going live. Got people tuned in worldwide. This the mentality. We the realest of the realest, and we know everybody gon' feel it. This the mentality show. You know how.
Oops.
That was it.
That's it.
Damn, that just stopped. Like, reminds me of my sex life last night.
That's it.
It's the okay, all right. Anyway, greetings, all of our Mentalians out there, folks. We are back. We are back in business, folks. It's been a few weeks. We are sorry for the delay. Sorry for the absence. Some of us we have other lives going on and things like that. Other obligations and things like that. But we're back, and we are happy to be here. So happy to be here with our audience. We're live here in sunny, hot Los Angeles right now, here in our man cave. I'm with my man Tech C. Tech C, what up?
What's up?
There you go. Say what's up to the people. Dr. CW, what up?
How you doing out there? How you doing?
That's it. I'm your host, Delano, of course, and then we got Vato V.
Hey, ¿qué hubo, mi raza? ¿Cómo estamos? Mucho gusto.
There you go, folks. Live here in Los Angeles, Facebook Live, anywhere you get your podcast, we are there. It is 6 p.m. here on April 27th. And happy to be here, folks. Welcome and thank you for joining LA's #1 and most requested podcast. That's right. Let's give ourselves a hand, gentlemen. All right. We're #1 somewhere. Okay.
We're #1 in your living room.
That's right. If you're watching this right now, we're #1. We're the #1 podcast you're watching right now.
Yeah, there's only one person watching.
And we're their #1.
That's right.
So for our 4th episode of Season 3 of this show, The Mentality, I'm your host. I just introduced the gentleman to you. Gentlemen, we got a lot to talk about today. First of all, did anything stand out to you these past couple of weeks that we've been off the air? Has anything stood out to you that you want to talk about? Say it with your penises. Get it off your chest. Any of those things you want to talk about, gentlemen?
Hey, wasn't Elon Musk?
Yeah,
he bought Twitter.
He bought Twitter.
$44 billion.
$44 billion.
That went through?
Yeah, $44 billion.
Must be nice to have $44 billion just lying around.
And still have like another $200 billion.
God
damn it.
God. Wow. So he bought. So what are going to be the changes on Twitter now?
He's gonna shut it down.
Really?
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
You just threw $44 billion away.
He said he was going to try to privatize it.
He's going to try to privatize it, and people are gonna be able to express themselves. So he's like, say whatever you want to say and do whatever the hell you want to do.
And that's when Trump's like,
I was about to say Trump.
I'll come back on then.
Yeah.
So does that mean Trump will be coming back?
I'm sure he will.
Is he a fan of Trump's though? Well, who knows?
Who cares?
Who knows?
I think that dude's an alien, man. If you look at him, the way he talks, the way he carries himself, he's otherworldly. He's not of this world.
I think he's autistic. I think he was autistic or something. That's what my understanding is.
Who's autistic?
Elon Musk. I think
really?
That's what I was checking out one time. Somebody came up with something saying that he might be autistic or something.
He is autistic. Yeah, I believe he is.
Yeah.
But that doesn't explain the weirdness and how weird he looks and all that stuff.
Yeah, well,
just a weird guy, man.
$44
billion.
I'll date him. 200 billion. Yeah, I'll date him.
Man. You get talked about, but at least people play. Look at that Vato V with Elon Musk and his brand new Bentley.
For like 200 billion.
Yeah, I mean, like, would you? That's a good question that Vato V just brought up. Would you date a woman that you are not attracted to in any kind of way? Let's say an Oprah Winfrey type or something like that.
Wow, that's
would you
up.
give up your
Oprah out like that?
Hey, she's not an attractive woman. I mean, we all agree that she's not an attractive woman.
$3 billion will make it look attractive.
Are you scared to say that Oprah Winfrey?
Something like 2 points.
Is she paying you?
I'm not. Is she paying? Hold on.
If I was young,
baby, you hear what I said about you?
young and dumb, I'd dig it.
I would do it at an older age because I need my young, youthful years to fuck other women. Okay. But when I'm a little older, I'm like, okay, I got it out of my system. All right, Oprah, we can go ahead and settle down now and, live a nice, comfortable life. I couldn't do it.
She don't want you now. You're older.
Yeah.
She wants you young dick.
She's still. I'm younger than Stedman, so. So would you do that? I mean, you would. Would you guys do something like that?
Stedman is
like you mean a sugar mama, basically?
No,
Basically.
not a sugar mama.
That's
Sugar
basically
mama.
what it is.
Basically what it
It's
is.
basically what it is.
Does a sugar mama expect
would
you to
have,
be
she would
loyal
have like
to her,
$3
though?
billion, and you're dating her.
But a sugar mama doesn't expect you to be loyal. You just need to bring the dick. I'm talking
No,
about like
no,
marry this
hey,
woman.
No, a sugar,
you're getting some money out of it.
Yeah, a sugar mama dictates the rules. So,
so
yes.
you can't date other.
So she could say, "You don't date anybody.
Isn't
This
that-
is mine."
Isn't
Right.
isn't like a
Yes.
sugar daddy or sugar mama technically prostitution?
Yeah, like a sugar daddy, he pays the woman for
Technically.
sex.
Technically.
But
Technically.
she can fuck around or whatever with other men. He just want the pussy, you know. A
No,
sugar
I-
mama.
No, I know a lot of sugar daddies say, "I'll give you your apartment. I'll pay for college, but you better not be with anybody else."
Well, then what's that's a toxic relationship right there.
yeah, that's like some mafia type shit.
Hey, wait, how is that toxic? If he's paying, if she enters into that willingly,
Yeah.
you know, and he's paying for all that, can't he dictate the rules?
But how is
It's like
she?
a Hugh
let's say
Hefner type.
but what if she wants to get out of the relationship?
Then she
what?
goes like, "Well, you know, I'm sorry." He's like, "Okay, peace. See you later."
Yeah, he'll be like, I'm gonna chop your head off and
No,
you're done.
no.
See, that's mafia. Hugh Hefner did that. All his Playboy bunnies or whatever, he had them living in the house with him. He didn't want them
fire.
fucking around with other women and other
Yep.
men. They could fuck other women, but no other men in his house.
And if they did,
I'll
and
pay-
they told him, then they would have to leave the
they would
Playboy
have to
Mansion.
leave. Right.
Wow.
I mean,
but-
that's not.
Did y'all hear about him? Know how
Nothing
that
wrong
dude
with
was grimy.
Yeah,
Was he?
Hugh
yeah.
Hefner.
It's all the
Grimy,
what is
yeah.
it? Playmates or Playmates?
Yeah,
something?
that
The
dude
secrets of
fucked
Playmates.
animals and
He
all
was-
kinds of stuff.
He'd fuck
He
animals?
fucked animals.
out there.
He had STDs. He didn't like to use condoms. I mean, you know, he had all these grimy guys like the Bill Cosbys and the Weinsteins of the world at his place for all these parties and those type of things.
I heard the
Watch
parties
it.
there were
It's-
wild. Yeah.
A lot of
Party
women.
was
A lot of women were raped.
Really?
Yeah.
During that,
Oh,
they were
really?
raped 70s and 80s. That's when he started his empire. That's when it started blowing up.
Wow.
80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. That's when it was, coming up. Well, blew up and
Oh,
stuff.
that's
And
terrible.
he was just it was
Grimy,
just like
right?
a sex maniac in that
Yeah.
house. Anything went. So you have all these beautiful women, and he would invite men over, and it's like just pretty much it's like a brothel.
Yeah,
pick whoever you pick your poison, pick whoever you want, and it's
Yeah.
like you better not say anything because you want to be famous, right? So
And this was before all that Me Too
Yeah,
stuff going on.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you had all these old, nasty looking white women now, who are all cracked out and messed up because of those years living with Hugh Hefner. He pretty much messed them up mentally.
But I think
That's
that,
messed up.
and I don't want to sound like it's gonna sound bad, but during that time, that was a choice that they made because they wanted to be famous and they wanted to
Right.
be around people that.
Well, regardless,
Yeah.
even today, it's a choice you make.
Yeah, it is a choice, and it's like, well, you're there because why? Because you want to be famous.
Exactly.
You know.
yeah, and now that
Some
you're
people
old,
will
and,
do anything for fame.
I know when they're young and
Anything.
beautiful, and now that you're old and nobody wants you, now you want to go on TV and
Tell
oh,
about
I
it.
wasn't
Yeah,
treated
so
right.
yeah, I
was
wasn't treated right
shit,
back
you know?
then.
Right.
Because they get paid to do that shit.
Because they get paid, and you're
Yeah.
trying to ruin it for other young whores that that
That's terrible.
need to be taken
Don't
advantage
call
of.
him that. That's messed up.
I mean, if you're living in a house and a dude is paying you for sex, you're a whore.
Stop.
Not even living in a house. If a man ever pays you any type of money or
If they
anything,
if they come straight out and say it that they're paying you to have sex, then I agree with you.
okay.
But if they
It
don't
does-
preface it that way,
no.
yes.
It could be an understanding, and still you're a whore.
90%
No.
of the people are not going to say it that way.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it can be an understanding. You're still going. If you accept any type of goods or gifts or anything like that for your body, you're a whore. And that's
Like I
men
said,
or women.
if
That's
you-
men
but
and women.
Again,
Hey.
you have to preface. You
Hey.
have to preface it that way. If
I'm a
that's
whore.
the way
Hey.
that you, if that's the way you preface it, then I agree.
Does that mean Texas?
that way?
Texas
No.
agrees with me.
Be like, hey, I'm a whore.
But you know what? Women these days,
Hey, we
they're
don't do that
proud.
over there.
Women these days, they will proudly tell you, "Okay, well, I'm a hoe."
Okay,
You know?
so
Well, women should be able to sleep with whoever they want to,
What if-
without any judgment, just like men.
I agree.
But if they accept money and gifts or goods, that just instantly makes you a whore.
what about
That's
all these
them.
girls on
That's
Instagram
them.
that are OnlyFans and they're doing all that shit? That's just basically asking people to give you money.
yeah,
To just
But they're not sleeping
shake,
with them.
Shake your ass.
They're not sleeping with
It's
them. They're
like-
whoring
that's-
their bodies
That's going to a strip club
visually,
on YouTube.
maybe.
yeah,
The YouTube strip club.
yeah.
But these kids, they're on Instagram and they say like, they'll post shit like, these boots. I really want these boots. Cash App them or here's my Amazon to
Well, I
buy
tell
it
you
for
this.
me.
Listen, a woman can do
They're
that.
not getting
These
fucked.
men, if they want to give up money,
I
give
agree
up
with
money.
that.
shh,
If
that's
you're
on them.
stupid enough, if
Thank
you're
you.
stupid enough
That's on
to,
them.
if a female is smart enough to put herself out there where like, hey, this is my body and pay me for what you're looking at, then okay, fuck it, the guy's an idiot, but it's also dangerous. It's also dangerous
dangerous.
because if somebody
dangerous.
recognizes you out there, because you have millions of followers, there's gonna be one weirdo out there that's gonna be like, okay, now I know where you live, pretty much, because you're gonna say something. I live in this part of town, and this is my house. So you're showing the house around. It's like
that's happened before.
Yeah,
That's happened. How do we? What trips me out? These women, now that all this stuff is just blowing up, fans only and Instagram and everything. One day, 20 years from now, these women are going to age, and they're going to need to live a normal life. How are they going to function in the world when they forever have their images out there, half naked, ass cheeks open, all kinds of stuff?
I agree.
How are you going to have a family? How are you going to start all that stuff? I mean, you're going to have to rely on a man, some trick daddy type guy, to take you in. I don't care. I know you used to do this, but I love you, and he's going to have to take care of you, because you're not going to be able to function. You're not going to go out and be able to go out in society and get a decent job in the corporate world.
Maybe.
You're not going to be able to.
Maybe you can't.
Nobody's going to hire. Or if they hire you and they find out that you have that type of past, trust me, they're
Well, if
not
they
going to
find
have
out
you
you had that
representing
type of
their
past, they
company.
can't do anything about that once they hire you. If they do, that's a lawsuit.
Yes, they can. Yes, they.
No, that's
how
a
many
lawsuit.
Okay, when somebody first hires you, there's a probationary period.
Okay.
And if during that probationary
That's
period,
only if you're an at-will employee.
No. Okay, we've worked positions, gentlemen. We work positions. Okay,
Doggy
where
style?
things were in that position as well. Things were found out within a person's past within that probationary period, because usually within the first 90 days or something, like sometimes 6 months, depending on the job, you are at will
But
position.
that's a background check, though, right?
Yeah, that's a background check. Sometimes they won't find out that fans only. Well, now they're doing that. They're actually looking online and finding stuff out about people. They're looking at their Facebook and
Casey
connecting
said he
them.
has a sugar mama.
What's up, KC?
KC, our man KC. He is the fifth member of the show here.
What up, KC?
KC is, there you go. That dark image you see there. He's just a little quiet, a little shy today.
Yeah.
But KC, shouts out to KC. He's not here with us today, but he will have comments, and he's listening to the show. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, sir, for listening to the show, and keep listening.
Thank you.
He'll be back. He'll be back soon.
You can find Casey on his OnlyFans. Spray the best.
Pants. Oh my God, I wouldn't pay negative $30 for that. But negative 29, I might think about it. No. So here's another. Let's talk about something else that stood out to us this week.
That's
Dr.
more
Seaman,
money than negative 30. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Negative 29. Yeah.
Yes.
You're right, because it's
Yeah,
negative.
it's negative, yeah.
Okay, it's been a long day. That's true.
Man,
Dr. CW, you wanted to bring up something that stood out to you, or that
You're like, speaking of ass,
question you had.
Oh, yeah.
speaking of ass cheeks, Dr. C.
Dr. Williams.
Let's talk about ass cheeks, sir.
Yeah, what are your guys' thoughts about people in general, men and women, who believe these men and women who tell their partners or their sex partners that they're going to leave their wife or their spouse for them, and so they stay in these relationships, and the person never leaves.
It's a game. I think it's a game. I think it's a game. The reason why I say it's a game is because you want to get into their. You want to get that ass. So it's like you will tell them pretty much anything they want to hear, so you can get what you want out of it. Does that make? I don't know if that makes sense. So.
No, I understand. I have my own theory, but yeah, I like that.
Also, there's a situation where the person may actually be seriously thinking about leaving that marriage to get with this person, but they just can't make that commitment. They can't do it. So they, get cold feet in the end or something like that.
Insecurities.
All right, Tech, you.
Well, there could be that reason, but there also could be the financial reason. Maybe the guy don't want to leave because he's going to pay
Marriage
up
is a
the ass.
business. Yeah.
So,
Like, what are you going to offer me that my wife, who I may not be that attracted to, but we have a business together, or we have a house together. It's just a whole headache.
and when there's kids in the picture,
So it's not
it's
black
just-
and white,
It's
basically.
just
It's
there's
just
a
not
whole.
black and white.
I mean,
To me, this is how I see it, and I know there are other, forces that are in play, but it's a self-esteem issue. If you want this person
For the girl.
for the girl or the guy, whoever's in that
person,
situation. Yeah. If you want this person and they say, okay, but I'm in a relationship, then you hands off.
Yeah.
So if you want me, then you need to break up with that person and then we can talk.
Yeah.
For you getting into that, regardless of what they say to you,
Yeah.
means that I don't want to say desperate.
Yeah.
It means that you are disrespecting that person's relationship
And yourself.
and yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then when you stay in that situation and this person is constantly lying to you,
Yeah.
that's a self-esteem issue.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know?
I
So
agree.
regardless of kids and finances and all that stuff, you should never get into the situation in the first place.
Get out of
you
it.
know?
Get out. Make that person, not make that person, but have that person get out of the
Exactly.
situation.
Say, if
and
you
go
say
from
you
there.
like me or you want this to happen, then I'm not going to talk
Bless
to you
you.
until you leave this person. Even if they lie, says, you know what? Well, I left her. Prove it.
But
Yeah.
see,
Prove
and,
to
and
me
here's
that
another
that's
thing. Like, okay, so let's say, for example, that's the issue. So, let's say I'm married and I go with somebody else. So what makes her think that I'm not gonna do that to
The
her?
same thing.
So
Exactly.
if I did it to my wife that I was with for like ever and a day, now I might do it to her. So.
Absolutely.
And me, if I'm that person and they're cheating with me on their wife, I'm gonna think, well, then they're gonna cheat on me with somebody else of it.
Well, that's what he just said.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
no,
absolutely.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah,
vice versa. Yeah, yeah.
They're gonna do.
Yeah.
They're gonna do the
What
same
makes me
thing.
so special?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
But and you know what? You hit an excellent point. People think
I
that
always
they
do.
are that special.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's the word. They think that they are that special.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what do I have?
Mhm. I got ass. I
Yeah,
got titties.
Exactly. What do
I
I
got a
have
big dick,
that made
you know?
him want me over his own wife or
Right.
over his own husband or
Right.
over her own husband?
Yeah, yeah.
So they
Right.
think that they're that special for like 3 years.
For a little bit.
Guys, let me tell you something out there. You're not the only one in the world with a big dick. There's a lot of guys out there with big dicks that want to fuck the girl you're with. Okay,
Yeah.
so it doesn't make a difference in the world. Yeah, I mean, for the moment, enjoy that ass, but don't expect a woman to stay with you just because you have a big dick, especially you don't have anything else going for you. Okay.
Now, this is
Swing
what I
it
want to
around.
say. There's like, what, 8.5 billion people on the planet.
Right.
Somebody out there is right for you.
Yep.
You don't need to be with somebody else who is with another
Right.
person.
And they're gonna cheat on you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just going to cost you.
There's so many people out
8.5
there. Find a
billion
person
hours
that's
to
right for
find
you who will respect you.
Yeah. But, that's a lot of people.
Somebody,
8.5 billion?
somebody's going to say yes.
Yeah, and then you got to think about it. The person for you out of this 8.5 billion people in the world, what are the chances that same person's going to live in Pasadena, the same city you live in?
Well, hey, you
or
never
going to be
know.
at Rouse the same day you're there.
If you don't get out there, you'll never know.
If you
Trust
don't get
me,
out there,
I know.
What if you
Never know.
what if you find that person? They're like, out of all the billions of people, that's the person I want, and they cheat on you.
Well, like I said, you can
I
never
could've been with
stop.
8 point
You can never
something
stop a
billion more
person
people.
from dipping out on you ever.
That's
You
So
can't.
that's just it may
You
be a
can't.
part of life. It's up to you to decide what to do if it ever happens.
Yep.
Yeah, gotta
Yep.
go.
If
Gotta
somebody
go,
cheats
gotta
on
go.
you,
Gotta
I
go.
mean, we all know. We've
Gotta go.
probably all been cheated on or
Gotta
been rejected by a woman. When it happens, just let it go. I mean, it is. If you beg, there's nothing you can do. Like you said, Dr. Wizard, there's nothing you
Yeah.
can do. As a matter of fact, if you want to increase your chances of getting that woman back, let's say she didn't cheat on you, because if a woman cheats on me, I'm out. But if she just left me and decided that she wanted to try something else, the chances of me getting her back, I would have to just let her go. If
Yeah.
I let her go and I be a man about it, and she starts to have second thoughts or something like that, the fact that I was such a man about letting her go,
Yeah.
that would probably attract her more. And probably
So is there
bring her
some sort
back,
of
you know what I mean?
psychology to this when you like
Yeah, you explain that.
flip the script is what we used to talk about when I was young. You flip the script if she's not that into you, or she's kind of like she's into you but she's kind of like whatever. But if you flip the script and you start showing less interest in her,
Script my
Yeah.
penis? Is that what?
no,
No,
just flip-
people want what they can't have.
yeah.
That's
So-
That's true.
That's
That's
So
very
what I was
like-
saying, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
when I was young and on the field, we used to call it flip the script. Like if she's not that into you, you just
Yeah.
kind of stop giving her the attention.
Yeah.
Exactly, because that's
and
what
then
they want.
and then there's chances that she will be like, why isn't he paying attention to
Exactly.
me anymore?
Because that's what women. It's an innate, natural thing about them. Women are very competitive.
I have
Okay.
flipped the script.
Which is unfortunate. which is
In the past.
unfortunate, but they are competitive.
I had a friend when we would go out. We would be at the club and he would see a table full of women, and he would pick one woman out that he was attracted to.
And
Go
then
to that
talk to the
table and
friend.
talk to the friend next to her,
Yeah.
and have that woman thinking, "This is a decent looking guy."
Why is
he not
talking
into
to
me?
Yeah.
And instantly, he would always end up getting, for the most part, the woman that he initially wanted, because women are very competitive.
You know, I was
Women want a
But that's
man.
social structure.
Women want. There's nothing that a woman wants more than a man who's wanted by another woman.
So I was having this discussion today, and why is it that a best friend in this case it was a female. Why is it that the female best friend cheated on, decided to go and cheat with her boyfriend's, with a friend's boyfriend? They cheated with each other. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like, why did she do that? Oh, this is my thought. So sometimes what it is, when you have a best friend, you guys do everything together. You guys want to be pretty much alike. You know what I mean? So obviously that boyfriend is gonna be, you're gonna be attracted to that boyfriend as well, because the girl's boyfriend, because you guys are talking about him and, oh my God, he did this and he did that. If you start talking a lot to the person or your best friend about the individual, she's gonna start liking them.
There's gonna be an attraction.
Yeah, there's gonna be an attraction. So keep that. Sometimes you got to keep some of the shit to yourself.
It's due to familiarity, one, and
Yeah.
positive reinforcement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once you get that positive reinforcement, you want to keep it coming.
Yeah.
So that's not your best friend anymore.
Well, listen, I understand that that's still your best friend, but then they start thinking about other things. Listen, and it's fine to think about other things. The thing is, you just can't act upon that.
Agreed.
you know?
Fantasy.
So, yeah.
We've all done it.
And fantasy is healthy. You know what? 95% of everybody in a relationship fantasizes about somebody else, and the other 5% lie.
You know, it's funny. That kind of brings us to our topic. Leading into our topic, what you just brought up, several things that you gentlemen just brought up, leads us to our topic today. We have a good one here, folks. Sorry it took us so long to get to it, but our topic right now is titled "Secrets That Men Normally Keep from Their Women." Secrets that men normally or commonly keep from their
Other women.
Common secrets that men keep from their women. Yeah, common secrets that men keep from their women and their side pieces. So, and then there's a Steve Harvey comment. We're going to get into it in a little bit. I'm going to have Vato V talk about it.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. But let's kind of get into this here. Let's get into it right now. And if you'd like to chime in today, folks, our phone number is...
We don't have a number.
It's not working. Sorry.
Phone number is down.
Our phone number is...
Our number is 3.
888-888-333. Whatever.
818-699. Your S is mine.
But before we begin this topic, before we get into it, before we get into the meat and potatoes,
Miren, papas.
if you're new to the Mentality Show, or if you've
fritas.
never seen this show, then we must warn you that the views and opinions expressed on this show, some listeners and viewers may find offensive. Viewer discretion. We don't give a fuck. All right, folks. So let's get into it. Okay, secrets that men commonly keep from their women. I'm going to put it out there. This was we got this source off of the New York Post.
The online.
And we're going to talk about it. Okay, I'm going to put it out there, gentlemen. Give me your thoughts on what you think.
So what did the Post have to say?
This is what the Post had to say. Okay,
Post
here's
posted
one
it.
of the secrets that men commonly leave or commonly keep from their women. Okay, women, you're not the only one with Victoria's Secrets out there. Okay. All right.
He has G-strings.
Believe it or not, men actually hide how they feel about their women physically. They hide there from their women. That's a secret. Basically, if you feel a certain, like if you feel like your woman's picking up weight, if her booty's not the same, her titties are a little sagging right now, something's going on that's not that attractive. Men generally, and then you ask them, well, what do you think about my body, or how do you feel about this, or how do I look in this dress? Men generally will lie to you. Okay, they're not going to tell you, well, babe, you haven't been hitting the gym, the titties get a little flat, you're getting a little bit of a double chin, whatever. That man will lie to you until you're 80 years old. Then one day when you're 80, he's like, okay, you do have a wrinkle or two on your face. I've noticed, 80 years later. So, is this true, gentlemen?
I agree with that.
Most definitely.
But see, the thing is, sometimes when it comes to that, is sometimes it's okay to be honest with the person that you're
Well, you
with.
need to be honest.
Because
with
if you're not honest with that person, it's like, so then what's the point of being in a relationship? Yeah, I met you this particular way, so why are we comfortable with each other?
But you're going to get a lot of listeners in trouble.
No, I
with that
don't
comment
give
right
a
there.
No, it's
but
true.
it's true because
It's true, but
true.
it's not smart.
Well, it's not smart, but it's
You
true.
can't- Wow. No.
Well, no. Okay, let me say
Go
this.
ahead, go ahead.
You're absolutely right. You should be honest and communicate to your partner. But if your partner ever asks you, how do I look, or do you think my ass is getting big, or if you start to feel a certain way about her physically, why would you even
Well,
mention it? What's the
it's-
benefit of that?
No, I get the insecurity.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead, sir.
No, I'm saying because when you met, you looked a certain way and she looked a certain way.
Yeah.
So both of y'all need to maintain that because initially, it's physicality, which is the basis of attraction.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't agree with you.
No, you don't. You don't
People
have to
change.
agree.
People change
I
over the
agree-
years.
listen, I agree
Physical.
with that. I agree with that.
Fuck your answer.
No, you just said. If I understand you correctly, if you were physically attractive a certain way when I met you, you need to maintain that. People
Yeah.
can't always maintain their physical attractiveness.
Listen, you can. I ain't saying
As
you're
they
gonna.
age.
I ain't say you're gonna maintain youth, but I'm saying if you used to go to the gym when you first met this
Oh,
person,
okay.
continue going to
Okay,
the gym.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
just sit at
Don't
home and
just
go,
stop.
like, okay, I got somebody now. No.
What if she continues to go to the gym, but her ass is still getting fatter? What do you do? She's doing everything.
Hey, then you hire a personal trainer. This is the way I see it. This is the way I
shallow CW here.
I will agree that I'm pretty shallow when it comes to looks.
Mhm.
Okay, because I try
Which
to
is so weird because
try to
you're
keep-
not that good looking.
I try to keep myself.
I threw him off. I shook him. He shook.
No, I
like
try to
Chris
keep-
Rock at the
I
Grammys.
try
He
to
shook.
keep myself, a modicum of healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So if I meet a person, I want that person to try to maintain what we had at the beginning.
Try to maintain. That's a good point.
Because I want this
Try.
person, if I fall in love with you, I want us to be together forever.
Mm-hmm.
And if you let yourself
Ever.
go, that leads to heart disease, arterial sclerosis,
Mm-hmm.
hypertension, all that stuff, and then that makes that forever an impossibility.
So let
And
me
that
ask you this,
bothers
Doc.
me.
Let me ask you
Because
this,
I want to
Doctor.
be with that person forever. So take care of
For a
yourself.
while, yeah.
So
What if
we
she
can
do-
do that.
I hear what you're saying. I totally agree. But we have to face reality that people. And what if she's doing everything? She's going to the gym. She dieting. Everything she's always done. But age is starting to affect her, and she's starting
that's-
to. Things are starting to
okay,
sag. And
that-
what are you going to do?
But I think that's different.
It is
we're all gonna age. I
Yep.
think what it is in a relationship is
We're all gonna die.
we're all gonna die. But we all get comfortable. We get comfortable in a relationship. It's like, okay, well, like,
And what it means we don't work anymore.
Yeah, we don't work anymore. We don't work for it anymore. That's why a lot of
Exactly.
people start dying out
Yep.
in a relationship. It's like, what is that? The 7-year itch?
That's not. You have people who
But that's where
You have
effective
people who-
communication comes in.
maintain, or I'm sorry, not maintain, but they still are into their diet. They're still into taking care of themselves.
Right.
But we just can't do anything about so when that woman ages, that woman you're with,
Age is different.
that's different.
Age is
she's not
different.
going to be physically appealing, but she's doing everything she can.
Wait.
Age is
You're
different.
not going to leave her, right?
No,
No.
listen. If you're with a person and they're doing
I'm
everything
standing up
they
for
can
women out there.
because one, they love
too.
themselves. If they're doing everything they can because they love themselves,
Mm-hmm.
And why are you going to leave that person if you love that person? I mean, you guys are working
You're
together.
just gonna get
She
a side
can love
bitch.
herself. She can love herself with saggy
Side
titties.
nalgas.
Okay.
I love my titties. Whatever.
And then, if you say something, she just smack you with it.
Slap her with the titties.
I'm just saying, keep doing the same things you were doing when you guys first got
So
together.
as long as she's continuing to
both
do
of us,
Just be you. You don't have to change for that person. We get comfortable.
Oh my gosh,
we
I
get
agree with that.
comfortable. We get comfortable with each other. We get comfortable with each other. I like that. That's good.
Ooh, deep. That means it's
Balls,
deep.
balls deep. Huevos deep.
I like that. Let's keep that. That's the deep point right there.
Balls deep.
So okay, well, all right.
Comfortability.
We got a lot of
comfortability.
ability.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with being comfortable. There's nothing wrong.
I agree with that.
However, it's something of being too comfortable where you don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that's such a good point. And to all the men out there, whatever you did in your life that made that woman attracted to you,
You keep it up.
keep that dog about you. Keep that energy about you, because when you lose that, she's gonna lose respect for you.
Can I? I'm gonna say something. People are gonna hate me for this.
Say it.
They already
Say it.
do.
If you want to keep, if you want to keep
Say
anybody
it with your-
in a relationship, always make them think that at any moment
You're gonna
they
leave
could
them.
leave them.
Yep.
That
Yep.
They could be gone.
That's so true, CW.
It's unfortunate, but it's true.
That's why
I
I
agree
do
with
this. I couldn't do it with insecure women that I dated, but if I'm with a secure woman, I'll let her know. We'll let each other know. And you guys might think I'm weird about saying this.
You're weird no
But
matter what.
yeah, that's true. So,
Yeah, weirdo.
So I don't care. I'll tell my woman if a woman hit on me or something like that. Babe, how was your day? Oh, let me tell you something funny that happened today. Such and such. This chick comes up to me and starts hitting on me and da 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 da. You're putting in her head, if she's not insecure you're putting in her head, this man is still wanted by other women. So I need to continue to play my cards right.
When you're older and you're not wanted, are you gonna still make this shit up?
Well, now we're making it up.
He's gonna go on this girl and be like,
he's gonna be like,
somebody hit on me.
I parked in the handicap spot. The lady next to me was saying what's up to me.
I know this is weird to you troll people, but women hit on me all the time. So trust me, it happens a lot.
Wait. Let me rectify that. Women hit him.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever they need to do to get my attention.
He's an abused child.
All right, number two. Men hide the fact that they aren't as confident in bed as they pretend to be. Men hide the fact that they aren't as comfortable or as confident in bed as they sometimes pretend to be.
That's a competition right there, because let's say there's obviously there's 4 of us and there's one female that we're all attracted to. We're gonna tell her we know how to fuck. We have a big dick or whatever.
I don't do that.
Well,
I don't do that. I don't brag about about how good I am in bed. I don't do that. I don't brag about.
He just brags about it to his homies.
Just because I tell you I got a big dick don't mean maybe I tell you I got a big dick because it's a hassle.
If you want to
take it out and piss.
If you want to make a comment, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can try up it. Right?
You're the king of talking about how good you are.
No, this fucker right here. This fucker right here is that guy. That's the guy.
Do I brag about shit like that?
Well, not on camera, but he brags to us about how confident he is in bed.
I am very confident. I'm very confident.
Right. He does say he's confident, yes, but
I don't brag about it.
The big dick and the performance comments come from this guy.
This guy. All right, just because I talk about how big my penis is, I mean,
and how it performs.
And how it performs.
And performance.
Give me an example of a time that I talked about how I just put it down in bed. Okay, well, you know what? Let's put it this way.
No, you felt that.
With women, I don't do that. With women, I don't do that.
You fell off the bed.
Okay.
I may do it with you guys.
Okay. Well, of course.
I may do it with you guys.
Women, none of these guys say that kind of shit.
If it's tacky, if you go to. Well, okay, then you just admit that if it was a woman in here we're all attracted to, you're going to talk about how good you are in bed. You just said that.
I did say that. But I'm talking
about
in private. I'm talking about in private.
So you're
most guys don't do that.
You're lying.
Yeah, most guys don't do that.
What you mean when you talk and try to make a point? You're lying. No. So we all agree that it's tacky to talk about how good you are in bed when you're.
Want to know what
you're with women,
meat sounds like against your face?
Against your happens to me all the time when I'm trying to take a piss.
You getting dick slapped?
I pull it out. It's a big damn accident
over your shoulder.
All right, so let's move on. We got a lot of these here to go through.
He didn't like that one.
He's like, let's move on. It's getting too deep.
As the show's host, I have to keep the show moving.
Look at your head. There's like a shiny spot.
It's fucking hot in here. That's why.
He's starting to sweat.
It's fucking hot.
Fuck number 2.
I don't know what we're going to do about the heat here in Los Angeles.
We need an AC.
We get hot. Okay. Number 3.
Hey, we moved locations.
I know, right? We did. We're not in downtown anymore.
Downtown no more.
They pushed us out the window.
Live from some man cave in Los Angeles. All right. Number 3. Men will always or try to keep secret the fact that they were dumped, cheated on, or rejected by women in the past.
Dumped.
I think
for me,
dumped, yes.
I think dumped, yes. Cheated on, no.
Guys use that as cheated on as a
sympathy.
Yes.
Yeah, sympathy, and that's like kind of like a reverse thing. It's like
it's
she
reverse psychology.
Yeah, reverse psychology.
I don't know if I can handle that again.
Yeah.
Then the woman, don't
it's
worry,
okay,
I want yeah,
it's okay, baby.
And then she cheats on you.
Can you handle it?
And then you go on to the next one.
She cheated on me too. I hate all y'all women.
Okay.
And they also hide the fact that they've cheated on the women they've been with in the past.
I think
females. No one's gonna come out and say,
"No,
I'm a cheater."
I've admitted that.
I've gotten better at that. I used to hide that, but now I say I've done that.
Absolutely, you never want to go into a relationship pretend like you're just the most perfect man. I'll tell woman, hey, look, I've done some. I'm a man of a certain age. I've done some things in my past I'm not proud of.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've moved on. I've matured. That's what a man does. And now I've the timing is perfect for us to
But-
meet.
No, and
You
tell
never
them
say
it's
your
all-
last relationship you cheated, right?
No, I don't say my last relationship.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
say past
Yeah,
relationship.
past relationships. Since you
Last and
I was in my
past.
See, you did the
20s
last one?
because now you're like in your 50s, right? I was in my 20s when this happened.
So like, no, it was 20 days ago. It was 20 days.
It was
For the record,
20s.
For the
20
record, I'm
days
not
ago.
in my 50s. Okay.
See,
20 hours.
This would be
20 hours ago.
going on a first date is like pretty much like an interview.
It is.
That's a skit.
But it all depends on what you talk about. Don't overshare on the first
Here's my
date.
resume.
Never overshare on the
Here's
first
my credit.
Speaking of an interview, I heard my neighbor. She's a what do you call a headhunter, and she I heard her interview some guy today. she said the hours, and he goes, "Well, I don't do Sundays."
None of us do Sundays.
I'm like, at least
But at least you're
Fucking
trying to get
lie.
a job.
Yeah,
Your job
actually,
is Sunday.
at least
Sundays
like
work for me.
if
Yeah.
you don't want to
Right
work
now.
Sundays, at least play the part and be like, I'm really religious and
Yeah.
I can't do Sundays.
Let's make up something.
But
yeah.
don't be like, I don't do Sundays.
I don't do Sundays.
What did she say
And
about
we
that?
don't do new employees.
Nothing.
And we don't do you.
Nothing.
I'll call. No, don't call us. We'll call you. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I'll call you on a Sunday.
But you know what though? On the real, after the whole coronavirus thing, they call it the Great Quit or the Great Resignation. People are leaving their jobs. So right
They
now, employees
So she said
are in
she'll
power.
probably hire him because there's nobody else.
Exactly. So you can kind of make little comments like that, and people will still hire you.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, when all this post-pandemic hits, be like, remember when you said you don't work on Sundays? Here you go, have a good one.
You know,
It's not gonna work
you got
for
the
back,
job.
Sundays. Yeah.
back to the question.
You got the job. Remember that video? This woman was sitting in, she was filling out some paperwork. She was wearing a short dress, and the guy was like, "Just fill out the paperwork." And then she opened her legs real quick. Just fill out the paperwork. Oh, you got the job.
Oh, you're hired. You're hired.
That's terrible.
All right, so number 4. Okay, men will hide the fact that they're attracted to your friend, neighbor, relative, or any other woman in the world.
Well, they have to.
They will hide that. Yes.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
To a point. I
agree with that.
I mean,
I've had
you
relationships.
shouldn't be afraid to admit that
You
somebody's
shouldn't
attractive.
be. You shouldn't be.
Not
You're
that
right.
you want to do them. Just that's a cute person.
If you get the right woman in life who's secure within herself, she will understand. You guys can look at people together and go, "Oh, she's attractive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she is
I
attractive."
say, your best
I
friend.
love that kind of
She's
relationship.
cute. I'm with
Yep.
you, but she's cute.
Yep.
Like,
nothing wrong with
and then
that.
she's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, motherfucker."
That's if she's
insecure.
insecure.
That's
Yes,
insecure.
if
Stabs you at
she's
night.
insecure.
Yep.
Gonna stab your ass.
What do you think about Amy? Is she cute?
Lorena Bobbitt, you.
Sleep.
Sugar, wait.
Yeah.
Tell your girl to sew it back on.
wait. Delano's dick needs its own show. It's on Twitter. It's on Instagram. That's because it's all about what?
How come you always read the fucked up comments? You never read the nice ones. You
There's
never
no
read the
nice ones though.
And by the way, if Lorena Bobby cut my dick off, she's gonna need
There's
that.
a nice one.
Not
Rosalba says that's true.
What? What?
She agreed with you.
Rosie
That's
the
true.
River agree with me on what?
I don't
What?
know.
Oh, okay. Wow. Anyway, it's a good day. She never agrees.
Yes,
with
it
me.
is.
How about for every fucked up one you read, read me a nice
he
one?
says, do women really want to know if men were cheated on or just like that?
What's the
What?
What's the question?
Do women really want to know if men were
cheated
if a
on?
man was cheated on?
Yeah.
It
they
depends.
so.
It depends.
They do.
Some women, yeah. Hey, tell me about your past relationship.
Well, I think-
what happened with
I think,
Christy or
like,
whatever.
Oh wait,
we-
Rosalba said, I do not agree with them.
That's the Rosie I know. That's the Rosie I
You know what? This is what I think. Yes, when you guys are intimate and you guys have a relationship, then the past stuff comes up.
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't think that's something that you should just deep dive into.
Balls
You
deep.
know, when you just
Balls
first
deep.
Balls
when
deep.
you first meet somebody.
I agree.
Like again.
Of course not.
So here's a question: if you guys were single, would you date a stripper that had been doing it for 10 years?
Okay.
Yes. Like,
Okay.
yes.
No, I mean, and have a relationship
seriously
with
date?
her.
Yes. Oh, you got the jump.
Yeah, seriously, that or
We should get that sound
or-
bite. You got the jump.
or a former prostitute who says,
No.
you know
No,
what, I don't
no,
do
no.
it anymore.
Nope.
No,
But strippers
who
generally
took
are
care of
former
herself?
prostitutes.
Who took care
No,
of herself?
I can't do that.
Yeah, see,
But
yeah,
strippers
see,
strippers are
that's
considered
holding-
prostitutes.
Okay,
So,
What well, it
that's
depends.
You never
holding
know.
somebody's past against them. I would date a. I would
Okay,
date
you
a
never
former
know. You
prostitute.
never know somebody's.
Yeah,
You
if she took care of herself, yes, I
You
would.
never know somebody's
I would.
past. But if they're a stripper, they've probably taken money for sex at some point. In
most
time.
likely,
point,
there's a
probably.
90% chance.
Yeah, I
You
would
would
not
date a
yeah,
prostitute?
I would
I
not.
can't do
yeah,
that.
I would not judge that person
I can't do
based on
that.
their past,
I can
especially
judge
if they they changed their life and we're feeling each other. Why am I gonna hold that against her?
Hey,
There's a
hold on.
website out there
You
called
said that you guys
Prostitute People Meet. So
you said that you you said you
you should try it out.
you said that you guys are feeling each other. Other motherfuckers felt her too.
Again,
Wait, you're in your album.
but that's in the past. It's just like
I can't do
it's
it.
just like that's just like if you go if she found
not
out that
judging
you
you,
had
doctor.
like 4 or 5 girlfriends before you met her.
But you're a
You
doctor. She's a
It
prostitute.
doesn't make it.
If I found here's the risk you run with that.
Yeah,
You're dating a girl, you're out eating with her, and a buddy of yours
and she
notices
runs
her.
into her former John or something.
Exactly. And
I wouldn't care.
you
because
never
she's
know
with
what
me now.
dude dick has
'Cause
been
she's
inside
with
of
me
her.
now. It
I
doesn't
can't
make a
do it,
difference.
man. I just can't.
Are we talking street prostitute or just or one of those high class?
High class.
High class. I don't know. I mean, I guess it really doesn't make a difference.
It doesn't.
you know?
It shouldn't make
not
because you're holding
fucking
that
busted.
person's past against them
You got me on that one.
for
Dr.
something that
CW.
doesn't really affect you. If she took care of herself, now if she didn't take care of herself, no, I wouldn't date her.
But if she's
like that.
if she fucked like 80, 90, 100 dudes, there's no way she took
If
care
she
of herself.
fucked like 20 dudes in one day.
She didn't take care of herself.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying
What are
she has
those
no, if
those
she has
porn
no,
stars that do
she
like
had no-
100 guys in a day or
yeah.
a
Bang
session or
shit.
something?
Bukkake.
She had some.
No.
She didn't have any STDs, like I said, and she took care of herself.
Dr.
She
C
doesn't
wants
have.
to- wants to
She
fuck
doesn't
one of
have
those.
it. She's not gonna have a STD. She's gonna have the whole fucking alphabet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
HTD.
and then her meat's gonna be all like
Uh-huh.
Now,
gonna
see,
be-
You know, when you're
Waiting.
fucking her, you're like, oh, this shit's so good. And you're going to think about, damn, Franklin felt this shit.
see, again.
Franklin paid
Franklin or
what I'm
Delano.
feeling
To
now.
me, to me, that's a man's
Who's
insecurity. You know why? Because it's about ownership. I talked about that before. It's about ownership. Like,
But-
well,
200
okay,
dudes
this is
What if she was a
mine, this is
prostitute,
mine,
and then
but
when you're
who
fucking her,
else had that?
it starts to
Who else
smell.
had that?
Everybody else.
You get that out of your
Hey,
out
for
of your
1
head.
hour, I owned her.
It's
you know.
fine.
So,
no.
15 minutes.
And so you get that ownership out. Like I told y'all before, you take ownership out of the equation.
He's sticking to this. He's sticking to the
It's- you
story.
take-
He's
you
not.
take ownership out of the equation.
Let's
it's
set
a
him up.
He's not
completely
waffling.
different thing.
Let's set him up.
He's not waffling, V.
I see. I see.
He's not a
I
waffler.
see. I see.
V, man. So you know what, doctor? I admire that. I admire that because we're giving you a hard time here about the fact that you used to you fuck prostitutes.
Let's just get him a
I'm putting this false information. You might want to, I'm putting all this false
She
information.
just said something. No, it's not.
Dr.
She
CW
just
fucks
said
prostitutes. guys.
let's just order him a wife
Don't say stuff like that.
He's like, I don't judge
from
people.
Bangladesh.
See, we don't. He's gonna be like, I don't judge them until they give you an STD. Then you're gonna judge them.
No, like
Maybe I
I
should
said,
judge
again, the
You'd be like,
person
"That
takes care of
fucking
themselves. You guys both go to the doctor. And she's clean beat of health, and even for a man,
I can't do it, doc.
You're a doctor.
Clean bill of
Let me
health.
examine that.
Then that means you're using their past against them, and I just think that's wrong.
I
You know
know
what? He's sticking to his guns here.
You're such a nice guy.
Sir, you're a doctor. She's a
I
prostitute.
hate
I just,
it. It doesn't make a
But if
difference.
she was a
I would
prostitute,
judge you. You
what
would
if she
judge
was
her,
a
but I'll
prostitute
judge
from
you.
Bangladesh?
Listen. I tell
From
you,
vagina.
Like for that, I wouldn't care. I would date him, but again, my shallowness would make she had to be cute.
That'd be hot.
She would have to be cute. She had to be hot.
She got to be a high price.
gonna
Most
be-
likely.
She's gonna be from Bangkok. That's what she's. Oh,
She likes to bang. She likes to cock.
Okay, here's a question. Let's say Dr. CW brings his woman over, introduces us to her.
And
we're
somebody
all like,
would be always with her.
and one of us banged her a while back, and we noticed that. Number one, would you say something to Dr. CW? And number two, if you do say something to the Dr. CW, you run the risk of the fact that you're admitting you pay for prostitutes. So I would probably just keep it quiet.
I'll keep it to myself.
I'll keep it to myself, right?
Fuck,
Yeah,
I can't.
yeah.
I can't do it, doc.
I think
just
something
can't do
like
it.
that, yeah, you would
And then on the
keep
side,
it
I'm like, hey, you still trying to earn 80, you know?
All
right,
again, that's
moving
where
on.
trust comes in. I mean, and if she did that again and would set with somebody else, then I would have to be out.
Hey, he's sticking to his guns. You got
Hey, well,
to admit.
but if that's her profession, she's going back to her profession.
But,
so what are
but
we gonna do
listen,
here?
listen again.
World's oldest
I won't
profession.
hold that against her unless it affects me in my present.
Oh no, no.
Okay, like if she said, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go sleep," I'm like,
But
"Okay,
Doc,
well, then you do you."
How
I'll
far of
do
a
it.
distance should there be between her and this prostitution
Well,
career?
that's up to the person.
Like, what
in
if
the
it was last
relationship.
year?
You
What
said
if the
she,
person in the relationship?
but she's
You
an
know,
unwrapped.
you can't quantify that.
She's an unwrapped present already. You can't keep that present.
Again, like I said, it's about
Ro-
ownership.
Rosie wants to know what the fuck that was, what noise that was that I made when I said her meat will do what. It was flap.
It was the sound of meat hitting flesh.
Yeah, flapping.
The sound of my dick hitting the table. That's what it was, Rosie. It was my dick hitting the table. All right, number 5. Men commonly keep their fetishes as a secret from their women
until they
Isn't that
get
sad?
married.
I can't. You know, sometimes when you find the person
Usually they
that
keep their fetishes from their wives.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it?
That's-
No, we're not
that,
gonna
that
get
falls
into
under
topic.
their women.
Yeah. But you said until they get married. I'm sorry, Vato V. What were you going to say?
No,
You
I'm
keep
saying
your fetish from your woman?
if you find the right person and not the, well, I don't want to say the right person, but sometimes you just gotta experiment a little bit and be like, hey, do you like this? You want to try that? You want
Yeah.
this? What are your fetishes? Do you have any kind of
And
fantasies?
they're like, you know what? I can't do it.
Yeah.
Bye.
But you know, I think this is a big one because
That's what
if
she
you can
said.
find a woman, that's what she said. Is what she said. If you can find a woman that you're super comfortable with, that you're in a relationship with, where you can explore your fetishes and her fetishes and fantasies,
You get trash like
that is the best relationship. That is the best relationship.
Yeah.
And then, you
I
know,
would agree with that.
right, exactly. And then-
Effective communication.
right. And the thing about with that prostitute, you should have no worries here with her. What if your fetish?
She's done it all.
Here's like that prostitute like I'm dating her.
Oh, we're gonna come back to that. Right,
Dating a
hey.
prostitute.
We're never gonna forget
she's
that.
gonna put his legs over his head.
It's like, this is the way I used to do it.
What if your fetish?
Come on, baby, let's do it.
What if your fetish is so fucked up that you mention this to her and she goes, I don't do that. What kind of woman do you
Then
think
you
I
bring
am?
up her past. But you're a prostitute.
Yeah, exactly. You're a horse. You said you wouldn't judge me.
Don't you do
CW?
everything?
Like this. But you've done all these things.
A whole list.
Yeah.
Dr. CW
Out of
bringing
all
out the list.
out of all the shit that she
Yeah,
has done,
look.
she doesn't do what you want her to.
87, 86,
And just one thing I want you to Oh, man.
believe
You're not
you
the
won't-
whole I thought you were.
I can't believe it. You won't do it because
You
the
gotta
dog's
find another
watching.
whore. Tyler, I'm gonna find me another whore.
If I married a prostitute and she's like, I'm not going to do this, I'd be like, here's $80.
That's
Be like, you do it.
He's probably doing
What's with the $80? Is that how much they cost?
How do you know?
I know he knows.
He's like $80. Seems kind of cheap to me.
I'm just throwing out there $80. I don't know what a prostitute
She's gonna
costs.
be like, I'll do this. I'll do this just once.
She's gonna take the money.
I know.
Once, just for one time. Oh my god, that's just.
I don't know how much a whore costs. Dr. CW, how much? Oh, okay.
I have no idea.
Oh my god, that's funny.
All
Don't
right.
call them horse. Stop it.
That is what we call them on this show. If you've accepted money and gifts and for services of your body, you're a whore. That's the definition of a whore.
Hey, I'm a whore.
And this is
I'm a
this is
whore.
not just women. This is
For
men.
men,
This
too.
is men too. So we're not just getting on women.
I'm
When
a
I was
whore.
in my young teenage years,
Mm-hmm.
I was given like sneakers and shit like that.
Oh, you were like,
but it was like
See, she was giving.
hanging out though.
She's been given
See?
Bud Light.
See?
She was given Bud Light.
Bud Light,
She's a whore.
that's
I'm a whore.
so you're saying you had sex with women that for gifts?
It wasn't just for that
Services?
item though. Like it was like, okay,
Sounds
I
like the,
date them, have sex, and then like
Oh,
Go
you're in a
out.
relationship. You're dating.
go out and
I'm
they
about to say it's called a
hang out. I
relationship.
said, it wasn't. Yeah,
She was your
it
sugar mama.
Okay, okay.
yeah, we'll go with that.
Is that,
Does that make him a
whore?
whore? Does that make
Yes.
him a whore? That makes you.
You're a whore. You've been
Gigolo?
You're official whore.
My
Yeah,
teenage
I think
years.
you're a whore.
I was a whore.
Yeah.
All in favor of Tech C being a whore?
Wait a minute.
Of course, sir,
All
you're
in
a
favor of all of us being a whore.
So, there we
The
go.
eyes have it.
Like, that was the best sex I ever had. Here are your sneakers. Thank you.
I want them back. Like, boom.
This one, number 6 is weak. Let's go with some fun ones. We keep our browsing history and passwords a secret from our women.
Yes.
Keep our
Yeah.
browsing history.
Well, it goes
and
both
passwords.
ways. It goes
Rosie
both ways.
It
says
should go both ways, yes.
fetishes should be shared.
Yes.
How else are you supposed to keep the sexual spark going?
Exactly.
Start
Totally
a fire.
agree, Rosie.
Whoosh.
I agree.
Absolutely agree, Rosie.
I agree. Definitely.
Casey says the only reason you would want to keep a fetish from a woman is because animal type fetish put you into some type of what?
Crazy stuff.
Male gangbang fetish.
Oh damn.
Either
No,
Rosie
there's-
can't write or you can't
there's-
read. What
there's-
is
No,
there's some-
I'm reading it the way it's typed.
Rosie, if you're gonna
No,
type
this is Casey.
Oh, Casey.
Oh, no wonder why it sounded fucked up. Okay. That sounds like Casey.
Casey.
Talk.
Guys, there's something that's called.
You want to proofread his text.
There's something that's called atypical sexual variations. All right, that
Kate,
deals with a
he
whole
said-
bunch of weird fetishes.
He said $80 for a prostitute, just jack off.
I'm not spending 80.
But that's too much for him. That seems a little cheap.
What did he say? $80 just to jack off.
No, $80 for a
He said
prostitute.
that's too much money.
Just jack off. That sounds like that's too much money.
Yeah.
Hey, it'll save you money.
That's true.
You can jack off and still got 80 in your pocket.
He said he's a whore because he said he slept with a woman for one time for Laker tickets.
Whore.
Whore.
Casey's a whore
Definition
too.
of a whore.
Unfortunately, we have to say yes.
He's a Laker horse.
If you've accepted gifts, goods, or services,
And tickets.
tickets,
He's
Yeah,
giving
and
all his
Bud
dirt.
Lights.
Casey's giving all his dirt
That's
here.
what we like about
He
Casey.
said he
don't
slept
give a
with
fuck.
a chick for a surfboard. Surfboard? That's what he said.
Hey,
So I guess he
surfboards
was
are
making
expensive.
he was making some waves.
All right, so let's get back to the browsing history and passwords. Do we keep our browsing history and passwords from our women?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Aye.
Yes.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, now here's the deal. You know you've matured as a man and in a relationship when you can share your phone and your password and all that with your wife.
After you deleted everything else.
Exactly. Like it's like this. It took me 48 hours, but baby, hey,
Here you go.
check it out.
I don't have anything. Here you go. Take it.
Hey, what's your other phone? Wait, what? You know about that?
What do you call it on your phone when you it's some button you hit and it just erases everything on your iPhone?
Master reset?
Yeah.
Master reset. Oh, here's my phone, babe. Okay.
Take that
Matter of fact, you come up with the password.
Come get it. It takes you fucking 30 minutes. You're like, fuck.
Do you guys have you been in relationships where you've had pictures of like nude pictures of exes and women you've been with in the past
No
that you
nude
just
pictures.
couldn't get
nude
rid
pictures.
of? You never had nude pictures on your phone?
No nude pictures, but pictures of women that I previous.
Oh, I love
previous.
my nudes. I love my nudes. Oh man, I can't get rid of them.
Okay.
It's just like a trophy for me. It's like
Let's see.
Trophy?
That's,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that ass was in. I remember that ass in 2007.
Yeah, I don't need to be
Oh
remembered.
man,
if
those
you're-
titties from
If you're,
2019.
if you're in a relationship, your girl's going to be like, you can remember that ass, motherfucker, because you're going to get that ass no more. This ass no
she'd be
more.
like, take a picture of his ass because that's all you gonna
Yeah,
have.
Yeah, they would be like, well, why you want to keep those? Why do you want to keep those
Yeah,
pictures?
yeah.
You're with me now.
Yeah.
You don't need to be
Yeah.
reminded of that stuff.
Gotta get rid of it.
And I agree with that to a point. I definitely.
It's respect.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's respect.
When I have it, then I'll let you know.
So we keep our passwords. Number 8, we keep our childhood trauma a secret from our women.
Yeah.
I myself, I don't do that. I open up because that's sympathy.
I don't think you should.
That's sympathy pussy.
You get the sympathy pussy. Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
sympathy pussy because I've had some shit happen to me in my life. And, oh my god, I can't believe that. Oh my! And it just turns into something.
So
like
basically,
that.
you're saying you're a manipulator.
No.
Yeah,
That's what he just said.
He's a
I tell the
He just
truth,
said it. He
and
just said
things,
he
good
used
things
it for
happen.
sympathy put.
I tell the
You
truth,
just
and
said
good
you-
things happen.
You just said I use it for sympathy put.
I didn't say I use it for. I said I tell
Okay.
my trauma.
He did say
and
use
good
it for.
things happen.
He said,
I didn't
use it
say
for.
I use it for. Did I use that phrase? I use
you
it
did.
for
You
to
Hold
give
on.
sympathy.
You
No, no, no.
I said I tell my childhood trauma. I had no problem telling my childhood trauma, and good things
Okay,
happen.
and then, hold on.
You said
We're on video,
okay.
so we can.
I know we can
rewind.
rewind it.
And then, hold on.
Let's
In
say-
Delano's defense, he's a sympathetic whore.
He had to think.
A whore. He's a whore. Manipulative.
Manipulative
Manipulative whore.
He's a
I'm
whore.
in no more of a whore than all you guys. So we're all
Sir,
that
I cannot.
club.
Hey, I cannot confirm
no,
nor
no
deny.
deny.
Okay.
Or it's better word.
Do you tell your childhood trauma?
Yes.
Childhood trauma.
No.
Depends
You had
on
a
the
good
ti-
life. You had a good childhood though. So childhood trauma. You
can't-
had
I
a
don't
fucked
have
up
any.
childhood, V.
No.
Actually, you had a good childhood.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I tell
Streets of
him. That's why.
Philadelphia, born
That's
and
why.
raised.
Right. That's why I tell him.
Yeah, that's what I tell him. I was like, yeah, I grew up.
In the streets of
I'm
Philadelphia, born and raised.
saying streets of Philadelphia, born and raised.
He's the Fresh Prince.
I'm about to slap you right now.
He is from Philadelphia, by the way. He's the Fresh Prince. He lived the life of the Fresh Prince.
I really didn't.
You had a
Grew
good
up
life.
in poverty.
I think we all
Hey.
did. I grew
Tex,
up.
he didn't grow up in poverty. You grew up in a decent family.
Middle class.
See, middle class.
Yeah.
So you had a good life. You had a better childhood.
It was not
than
middle
us.
class.
I bet I had the most
Lower
fucked
class.
up childhood out of
Lower
all
class.
of us.
I agree with. I mean, yeah.
I agree. Without
I agree with
knowing
them.
I agree.
it's pretty screwed up.
I agree with that. I'm not gonna fuck you, but I agree with that.
Fuck me.
Because you use
manipulation
for that shit.
I got you.
I'll be sympathetic. Well, I ain't gonna
Yeah,
fuck
you're not getting any.
Huh? You're not. You know,
No. We'll talk
as a
about
kid,
it
I
after
was
the show.
touching you. All right.
Go to the closet.
All right. We keep secret when we are unsure of you. When we feel like we're going to possibly break up with you.
Well, we're not
keep
gonna
that a secret.
You're not gonna tell
Until the last
that.
minute.
You're not gonna tell that
Nah,
person, the person that you're starting to date. You're not gonna tell them everything. Even if you're in a relationship, you're not gonna tell them everything. I don't think
When
you're
you
ever
start
gonna know
to feel
somebody.
like you're like, oh, this may not be the woman for me.
Then you gotta get
You
the
keep
fuck
the-
get the
Yeah,
fuck out of the
exactly.
relationship.
Why stay in that relationship? I don't get it.
Okay. Let me explain.
Go ahead.
If you're in a relationship, you're starting to have second thoughts. It's not completely there yet.
Effective
While you're having
communication.
these second
there's
thoughts,
Talk to 'em.
that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying.
Talk to
During
'em.
that period, men keep that shit
No.
secret. But
No,
you're right.
they
They should talk
Talk
to
to
him.
him, exactly.
Yeah. Why you get mad at me? Why you get mad at me?
I'm mad at you. I'm just, here you go.
I'm just a
That's
messenger.
in general. Cause
Like, talk to him.
Here's
Here's the thing. If he's having second thoughts
There's a lot of people
about
who do
her,
that.
he's still like, but I want to fuck her again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to fuck her. I still want to fuck her.
pussy. Yeah. I want to
Keep her
keep
as
that pussy
keep her
going.
as a friend.
I just
and
want to let
fuck.
you guys know that's messed up.
Yeah,
Hey,
keep her
you
as
know
a friend
what?
and fuck.
I've done it. I've been in a relationship, Gina, with a woman that had a body. Used to love fucking her, but oh my God, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth thoughts. Knew I wasn't going to be with her, but that pussy was so good. So I kept it going until I just couldn't take it.
Well, you're gonna hit until
I've done that
you're gonna hit until you don't want to hit no more. We just
So you
that's
lose,
pretty
yeah,
much
until
it.
you're
Now-
like, you know what? I'm sorry.
Now it does. Now it's not a relationship anymore. It's more like a convenience because now she's still into you and you still want to fuck, but it's like you kind of lost that. You're
Yeah.
kind of detaching already, so there's no point in you know.
And the mature thing to do is to talk. So
Right,
we-
Yeah,
that's
and
the
then-
mature thing because it's messed up.
He
It's
said
not
the
fair to
mature-
her. It's not
Yeah.
fair to
the
her.
mature thing is to keep her around and fucking
Stop
know,
it.
okay, gotta
Stop
go.
it.
Yeah. Here's a
That's
big one. We
terrible.
talked about this on the show before. We actually did a whole show on this. When they still have feelings for their ex, men keep that secret when we still have feelings for our exes.
Yeah.
And we talked about this on the show before. A lot of men, as a matter of fact, we should probably lead into the whole Steve Harvey thing. A lot of men
I've done that.
Uh,
I got it
keep
set up
women-
to play.
Oh yeah, he's ready to go.
I had it set up to play.
perfect.
Yeah.
So let's go. But before you play it, a lot of men they have feelings, and women have feelings for their exes too.
Let us know
But
what you
they
think
still
about
have feelings for their exes, and they want to keep their exes as friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my friend because they don't want to let that go, and they're hoping that possibly something can rekindle there, and they're going to leave your ass.
But this is and I don't want to fuck this up, but the Steve Harvey shit is not about being friends with your exes. This is just having female friends in general. Like, what do you think about
right.
it?
I don't. Which
Right,
I
we're gonna
don't
get into
agree,
that.
Which
Yeah.
I don't agree with entirely.
Yeah.
I agree with a lot of what he's saying, but not
well, let's
in its entirety. So go
before
ahead,
before
play
we
it.
talk about, let's play it first, and then
Play
we'll
it.
get into our thoughts.
We want to hear your thoughts, peoples. See what's up. What he's saying. Vámonos.
Can we
What
hear it?
happened?
Oh shit. No.
Oh yeah, we can. Hold on.
Oh, no.
What do you mean? Well,
Okay, let's start
go
over.
back.
We have some technical.
friends are men. I don't have female friends. I don't. I'm incapable of that.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because come on.
Because you have a wife.
Well, I have a wife, and I don't really have female friends because look. Okay, let's get rid of this myth
I
right
wanna
here.
know why.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Let's get rid of this right here. You're an attractive woman. There's some guy somewhere saying, "Yeah, we're friends." No, that's not true. He's your friend only because you have made it absolutely clear that nothing else is happening except this friendship we have. We remain your friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the armor, and trust and believe that guy that you think is just your buddy, he will slide in that crack the moment he gets the opportunity.
And you
Because
think
we're
most men
guys.
think this way?
99.9% of us think that.
Okay,
Friends
so
are men.
let me
Just
say this
giving away the
first.
secrets, man.
Yeah.
Let me say this first. I
This
am
is in my book. Now I
so-
gotta take it out.
Yeah.
I am in
Because
total.
he said it.
Yeah.
Can I finish? Please?
Go ahead.
I am in total agreement with what Steve Harvey said. 99% of men keep female friends, hoping for that crack in the armor, as Chris Rock said, dick in the glass, break in case of an emergency type situation.
Right.
Because you never know when that woman's going to possibly have one of those low moments, and she's
Gonna call you at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Absolutely. That happens a lot, and it's sad that it happens. Also, men, I want to throw this out there. If you women, when a man approaches you and you tell him you have a boyfriend and you hey, look, we can just be friends, and that guy goes, yes, we can absolutely just be friends. There's an agenda there, especially if he doesn't know you. He knows nothing about you. He doesn't know if you can be a good friend to him. He doesn't give a fuck about that. All he sees is an attractive woman that he wants to fuck.
Yes.
So he's going to do this friend role thing or whatnot until the chink in the armor breaks down. So
the word that you said right there, attracted. If you're attracted to that person, something's gonna happen.
That's what I was gonna say.
If you have it's okay. Look, it's okay for a female, for a male to have a female friend. It's okay,
right?
You know, if you're not attracted to that person, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm being real. It's true.
That's why you get unattractive female friends.
If you are with somebody that is insecure, you know, and you have
a difference.
And you have a friend that's attractive, it's gonna be kind of like we talked about competition earlier. Be like, well, what the fuck? Why is she your friend? And it goes both ways.
Tell me the story.
If a female has a male, you know, a male friend, it's gonna be the same shit. It's gonna be the same shit with a guy. So it's kind of like it's a double standard kind of thing, you know?
Well, not really. I mean, when you look at the overarching thing is attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Period. If you have a female friend or if a female has a male friend, attraction has to be considered.
Agreed.
Period.
Agreed.
You know, because that person looks good, then she's keeping them there for a reason.
Right. Thank you.
You know, she's keeping them for a reason,
and vice versa.
And he's keeping her there for a reason.
Right. But let's say this man and this woman grew up together. They were neighbors since they were 8 years old, and they just happened to be friends all that time. And now
that's trust.
That's trust. And now they're dating a new person, and that new person feels a little insecure about that woman you're dating that you've been friends with for 20-something years now. And she's an attractive woman.
Still trust.
Are you going to throw that relationship away simply because, you know, you're dating somebody new? And what if you don't even know if this new person you're dating, you don't even know if this is going to last?
No, I agree
so
with
you're
you.
jeopardizing and throwing away a great relationship that you've had with somebody for 20 years on the whim that this new person you're seeing may work out.
No,
those are some exceptions.
That's a tough choice.
I had a friend of mine. That I knew for a while. Okay, and we messed around, but we were just friends after that. We were just friends, and we were separated by like 2,700 miles. All right. She met this guy, and this guy got jealous of me and told her, said, "Well, you can't have any male friends." And so she got rid of all her male friends to be with this guy.
But see, what you said there, was you guys used to mess around.
Right. Still with this guy.
And listen, and I understand that, but we had 2,700 miles away. That's insecurity.
No, I understand that. But see, let me say this real quick. Yeah, it's 2,700 miles away, but you guys still had a relationship in the past. So whether you're 5 miles away, 5 minutes away, 2,500 miles away, it doesn't matter. Like, you still had a relationship. Now, if I have
a friend,
we used to
fuck around.
Oh, there you go.
That's it right
but
there.
see, again,
if he's been inside you don't need to be his friend. That's my rule.
For you guys,
if he's been inside you,
for you guys, again, if she had a friend that she used to date, you know, and I'm with her, I'm not going to say you can't talk to them anymore.
I can't be with somebody.
You're not going to say that?
No, I'm not going to say that. Again, because I trust this woman that she's going to be with me now. You know, if that's your friend, you knew him.
What if I fucked her?
You knew him. Again, you knew him before you ever met me. Okay, so why am I going to try
to... What if I fucked her and she still wants to be... Because like you said, she wants to keep me around for some reason.
If she wants to be with you, then she's with you.
So, okay.
If I want to keep it real, I cannot do it. If I'm with somebody and, you know, and he's already fucked around with her many moons ago, I can't do it anymore.
Right. Yeah, see, no,
you're contradicting yourself,
that's ownership.
Doctor.
No, that's ownership.
Well, you said earlier.
Same thing.
Well, I'm the owner, goddammit. I'm the new owner.
Okay, I'm losing thought.
Sorry, sir. Go ahead.
No. You said earlier, it's been a long day for me.
And I didn't contradict
you. Said you contradict yourself.
You said, wanted to let you know that.
You said earlier that you can be, if someone's attracted to, I forget what you said.
Who fucking cares?
Next. Moving on.
This is a good point because You know,
I
this
just don't know
includes
how you
exes. A
can
lot
be
of,
with
we
a
remember we
whore,
interviewed.
but then you still want your ex-boyfriends around, you know?
Well, remember we interviewed when we did our Streetwalker a couple years ago. We interviewed a woman.
Yeah.
Who the topic was, should you still be friends with your exes?
Yeah.
And I
Is that
basically
the one you got slapped?
destroyed her.
No, that wasn't. her.
No, that's a different one. That was a different
You
topic.
know, because women hit on him. all the
Yeah,
time.
that was the one. I forget what that show was about.
Yeah, that was some other show.
That was something about breaking up. But anyway,
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, so this girl here said, "Oh, I keep my ex in my life because we developed a friendship
Right,
and
nope.
and this whole thing and you know, I don't want to let go of that friendship and that type of thing." And then I reversed. I said, "So a man having a woman in his life, his ex, do you find that fair to keep his woman?" And then she was like, "No, because you know, there's some type of like he's going to try to fuck
a
her, and
double
men
standard.
are different in that whole
No, it's
thing
not.
right there."
Double
Bullshit.
standard.
It's a double
It's
standard.
a double standard, exactly. Women, so to me, if a woman keeps an ex-boyfriend in her life, there's an emotional attachment there.
Yeah.
When
There is.
men keep
There is.
an ex in their lives, not only is it emotional attachment, but there's a sexual attraction.
It's sexual
as well.
attraction. Well, it's
So
both.
either way,
It's
it's
both.
cheating.
It's both.
That's both.
I don't. Again, this is where I respectfully disagree with you guys. So that's. I mean, it's great that you guys would say, well,
Respectfully.
whatever. To me,
Well, thank you for
if
respectfully disagreeing.
I'm just like, because if
I
you're
wanna
with the
respect
person,
it.
you trust that person, and if they do happen to dip out on you, then you're like, okay, well, I trusted you. The trust is broken. I'm out.
I want to
Simple
respectfully
as that.
say, "Fuck you" to that Dr.
This is where I disrespectfully disagree with you. I hear what you're saying, Doctor. I totally understand. But I'm like V and the rest of the guys at this table.
That's ownership.
If a guy's
It's only 3 of us.
if something sexual or some type of feelings were there in the past for this person that's your friend.
It depends
Because
on how
remember,
long it's
a friend
been.
is supposed
How
to be
long-
nothing more than that.
It depends
If
on
there's
how
some
long.
type of
I can't do
if
it.
there was an attraction there, like you said, I'm gonna use your word. If there was an attraction there.
I want to fuck her.
Okay.
Nope.
Not if she finds him attractive. She can find him attractive, but there's a difference between attraction and attractive. If there was an attraction, which means you wanted to fuck him,
Yeah.
then you
She's
need to
gonna
let
do
that guy go if you want to have some type of situation with me.
No, listen.
I
again,
agree.
To listen to each his
I
own.
agree.
That's true. But to me,
I
So
agree.
what
it
it
would
said,
be,
so it
the
should be
only
done.
time
Talk
the
to Mike.
only time it would become an issue to me is if she wanted to start spending all her time with him.
Look, look,
Then it would be an issue.
and
Aside from
It would be an
no.
issue. So
You
you'll
wanna
still stay
spend
with him?
any time with
so
him.
it'd be an issue,
be an
which means I
issue.
let him go.
in a
okay.
I think in a
That's
relationship,
Maybe we should
relationship,
talk about this.
in a
Yes,
relationship,
exactly. She's like, well, can he go?
Can he be there while we talk about
we
this?
talk about
can he?
I know.
You'd be like, "Can he come?" Yeah, he's came
Yeah.
in many times. I'm sure.
He's
Yeah.
done that twice already.
I'm sure he did already.
I know, right? That's the thing. Like, if you're in a relationship, and for whatever reason she says, "I'm still friends with my ex," that relationship, for me personally, it ends right
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Unless-
Again, that's for you
there.
guys. not for me.
Unless there's like, there's a baby daddy or something like that, but you can't get rid of. The
Oh,
baby
that's
daddy 'cause
different.
It's different.
That's
you know
different.
what I'm saying?
Or if you dated them in high school, that might be different.
Like,
You know,
that's what I said. It's the time. I mean, if it was like
Fuck
somebody
the
in
time.
high school or like when I was
that's
8.
still questionable. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, for me, it's all
It
about.
was my first
it's
kiss when
all
I was
about-
8. Oh,
it's
that-
all
that
about
gotta go.
effective communication
You
and
gotta go.
trust. To me, that's what it is.
Gotta go.
It's all
Must be
about
how you was
that.
raised.
If you have that, then there's no deception.
They're
Simple
like,
as that.
I kissed him when I was 15.
And it's not ownership because
So
you don't
you'll
belong
date-
to that person.
You'll date the worst woman in the world in her past, as long as she communicates it to you.
As long as there's nothing like.
Freak.
As long as she took care of herself. As long as she took care of herself, she's fine.
What does
trying
that
to think
mean?
of an
Take care of
example.
herself?
Taking herself, which means that she kept her no STDs.
As long as she's physically attractive. That's
So
She's cute. She's cute.
Let's-
No,
hold on.
no
If a
STDs,
motherfucker-
and she's fairly intelligent.
If a
Why
motherfucker-
hold her past against
If
it?
a motherfucker busted a nut in her face, busted a nut in her ass, you have fucking bukkakis and all
Have
that
you ever seen a
bullshit.
bukkake?
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
how would I know that?
What's a bukkake?
Shut up.
You go and watch. I had a
watch it.
friend.
I did.
I had a
Look,
friend who
I don't wanna
dated a
tell you
chick.
my
Bukkake.
story.
I had
don't
a
wanna
friend
tell you
who
my
was.
story.
I had a friend who had this huge crush on this chick at the gym.
I have a bukkake story.
And I want to hear this. And where you let them nut on her face, on your face, I want to know. No, I had a friend.
What?
I had a friend who had a crush on this chick at the gym. He started dating her. On the second day, she told him, "I need to tell you something. I used to do porn." He was like, "Oh, really? What was your name? Porn name?" She gave him the porn name. He went and looked her up. Bukkake.
Nope.
He had to let her go. And then he showed me the video. I'm like,
Look,
Okay, so
what's her name? I want to.
what if she was a
What's her number?
porn star and a whore?
That's the same thing, right?
Well,
You know the difference between a porn star and a whore
What's the difference?
is a camera being there. That's it. Because they
fuck.
pay porn stars.
that means I'm a porn star and a whore. So I'm fucked.
So if you fuck a street prostitute and you get caught by the police and you got a camera there,
You're a whore.
enjoy your shoot, sir.
You're like, I'm in the business.
I'm shooting it with my phone, sir.
Yes, I'm in the business.
So I'm sorry, you were going to say bukkake.
Oh,
story.
Bukkake
no, I
story.
don't want. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell.
You teased our
I'm not
audience
gonna
with
tell
that.
story. I'll tell y'all after the show.
Okay.
Stick around. We'll
record it.
Like the
Play it on the air.
bukkake. Like the bukkake sticks around.
Yeah. Oh, stop it. That's so nasty.
Oh Lord.
Like a blind man at
I've
an
never
orgy.
heard bukkake. What the fuck is?
You don't
We'll
know
talk
what
about
it
it. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
after
yeah,
the
yeah.
show.
Well, let's at least tell them what it is.
Look
We're
at,
a
no, no,
homie.
they could look it up.
Okay,
We'll
okay.
tell
No,
you.
tell me. You just tell me.
With two
Tell me.
K's. With two K's.
Why y'all scared to tell? I'll tell.
Tell me.
Bukkake is one woman or two women maybe
Probably
with like
What?
30
Mine-
to
mine
80
was
men
two.
just busting nuts all over
Not
her.
all the time.
And
Like a circle jerk.
Not
No, a
30.
circle
Yeah.
jerk is a
12,
bunch of
like
dudes
12.
together jerking each other off.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a circle jerk.
A
No,
bukkake.
a circle jerk is guys jacking themselves off, but in a circle,
Yeah,
No,
okay.
no.
A
not
bukka-
jacking each other.
but if you
Just-
put a woman in there and they're busting on her, that's a bukkake.
Hold on, hold on, hold
Bukkake
on.
party.
Just look
And
it up,
she's
guys.
jacking them
Just
off.
look it up. Just
You know
look
that
it
when
up.
Trump dances like this, that's a bukkake. What was it? Man, I'm losing my train of
I'll
thought
tell you.
today.
All right, I'll
I'm
tell you.
getting old.
I'll
Yeah,
tell
I
you
am
the story.
50s.
I'll tell you the story real quick. All right, when I first came here, I teach the human sexuality class.
Okay.
So in there I do research, and so I was like, I
Call it
didn't know what that term was. So I looked online, and they had bukkake party links.
Oh,
That you
shit.
can
So
actually
you went to one?
go. Yeah, I didn't really know what it was. I'm like, oh, okay,
yeah.
I'll go. I was like, oh, bouquet. What's bouquet? And so we got on it. They
Cake from my
They
boo.
took us. We got to the car. They had us get out of the car. We got in this bus, little kind of like bus thing. They took us to this
You didn't
nice
question
house.
So you went with the class?
No,
Oh.
No,
They
his
took us to.
bukkake
It was a nice house.
fellow
too.
bukkake colleagues.
Yeah, it was a nice house, but it was like a whole bunch of guys there. And I'm like, why is there a whole bunch of guys here? But anyway, so it was a very nice
Wait,
house.
you didn't question
It
this
was
on the trip
it was
there?
A very
Like,
nice,
there's a lot of dudes.
Because listen, it was a
want cake.
It was a bouquet party. So I'm like,
Bouquet.
okay. I'm like, when I got on the bus, I'm like, so what is bouquet? The guy's like, you don't know? You'll find out. I'm like, oh, okay. So we got to this nice mansion. They had a spread out food and everything. I was like, wow, this is really cool. I was like, yeah, this is really cool. I'm like, so I'm like the only person eating. This is great hospitality, you know.
I would eat that food, sir.
You know, great hospitality. And the guys around there, and then they said, okay, you guys can go upstairs in about 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen upstairs? And so me, I'm very curious. So I snuck upstairs before everybody. And it was this woman. She was undressing,
Drenched.
and I'm like, why are you undressing? She says, don't, for the guys. She said, you have to wait till you come up. I'm like, what do you mean? I have to wait. She's like, yeah, for the other guys to come up. I'm like, well, why are they going to come up? She says, you're at a bukkake party, right? And I'm like, oh, bukkake. Okay. Yeah, but what does that mean? And then she told me.
And that was over.
I was like, oh.
So you participated, right?
Yeah. Where do I stand in line?
Number 50.
Listen. This is
Number
true
15.
story. This is true story. She says, I said,
avoided that
I said,
question.
I've never been. I don't know if I'm comfortable with this. She said, stick around. Stick around.
Yeah, it's
stick
going to be a
around.
sticky
And
situation.
I mean, I told you, I'm very curious. So I stayed there. And these guys came up there.
Oh, man.
These guys came up there, and I was on the end, and then they started just pulling it out. I was like, oh, she was serious. And then the guy looked at me. He's like, hey, what are you doing? He said, just whip it out. I was like, no, I gotta go.
So you
And
busted
so
a
I'm
nut right there?
Oh no, I didn't
Sounded like it.
Anyway, I didn't participate because to me, I don't know. To me, it was degrading.
So you just
for
walked
women.
out of the
It
house?
was- I left the room. It was degrading for the woman. To me,
went back to the
but
food.
you know what she told me? You know what she told me? I thought it was degrading to let all these guys there. She told me that for her it was power. Okay, she told me it was power
that's a
that she
fucked up way to think about it.
But that's she said for me it's power. She said I work this job. You know, my boss does this. Here, I have the power to make these men do whatever the heck I want them to do.
Now, here's a question.
She doesn't make them do what she wants them to do. They do what
Just let her think what she wants to think.
Yeah, exactly.
She told them. She
You
said,
agree
no,
with
you
that,
can't
doctor?
do that.
That line of thinking.
To a point, yes.
What if she wanted to date
Defend
you
that,
after?
please.
What if she wanted to date you after?
But she just make sure she told you that she's a bukkake bitch.
She goes, she said, "Oh well, do you want to go out?"
Fast forward.
I'm like,
This is Dr. C.
Yeah, exactly. Fast forward. My baby's
That's
in
the
the car.
whore. That's the whore I was speaking
She's
of.
in the car. Yeah. So yeah, that was my
He's
story.
swimming
I
in-
mean, and
That's an interesting story.
When they came down, I was
It's a great
I was
story.
half disgusted and half just mostly
He was
disgusted.
intrigued.
but I'm curious. You know, I'm the type of person I gotta find
Who
stuff
gets to
out.
clean that shit up after?
I know, right?
I didn't stick around.
If you see a bukkake video, I mean, they are just drenched in nut.
drenched.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, they're
Like,
just like,
like a bucket of it?
it's
poured on
crazy. Yeah, like
let
a
it
bucket
pour
Never
all
seen that
over.
shit.
cum.
It was to me it was nasty. I'm sorry.
bucket.
It was nasty.
You just
Literally.
see guys bust.
Yeah, that's
Oh, no.
nasty.
If I
Can't
just,
do
I can't
I
even watch
couldn't
that
do
in
it.
porn. I
I
don't even like to
couldn't do
see
it.
guys bust in porn. You know?
That's nasty to me.
So let's go to this last one here and then let's
Let's
get out
talk
of
about
here.
masturbation.
They still, here's a secret men keep from their women. Women, if you're listening, men still watch porn and masturbate.
Well, it depends on the
Why would
female
you
you're
keep
with.
that a secret?
It depends on the female you're
Some
with.
men do.
Some females will
Because
watch
some
porn with you.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Well,
Some
and
females
they'll
are insecure.
and they masturbate with you.
That's
Mutual,
great.
mutual
But
masturbation.
But
Hey.
you got some men who are with women who are like, "Why are you masturbating? You're with me," and da da da.
She's like, but we haven't done it since my birthday.
And I wanted bouquet.
Well, the reason why
I want a
sex-
bouquet.
What's a bouquet?
She said, birthday cake?
well, the reason why men masturbate sometimes because they don't fucking get any from their females.
But that's
so-
not true. There's a whole lot of different reasons why men masturbate.
Or they're addicted to that
Some-
shit.
No, some men
They're
masturbate
addicted to porn. Yeah.
just to fall asleep.
But that's true. I've done it. I've
done
done it
it
many
now.
times.
Fall
Just
asleep with your dick
Yeah,
in
I
your hand.
can't sleep.
They go to wait, because I teach this in class. They masturbate because they sleep because they're
Your
bored.
students tell you that?
You know?
or just to wake up, I masturbate.
Because they're bored. They're sitting around going like this. Oh my goodness. Hey.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. How many times have you been laying in bed? It's time to go to sleep or whatever. You just touch your dick. You just it's
Just go at
comforting.
it.
And it's like and it's like this. It's like, hey,
Hey, what's up?
I am.
It's comforting. It helps.
You have to talk to your dick to fucking jerk it off? What the fuck?
I don't
Thought
know
I
about, I
listened.
don't know
No,
about,
he's big
I don't know about that.
What's that dialogue? Hey, hey, what the fuck?
He's being funny.
Yeah, come on.
It's a joke.
So that's what I'm saying. You have to
think I
talk to your dick.
He
to,
said that. I didn't say it. He said
So I'm
it.
saying you have to talk to your dick to
He was saying,
He's
"What's
talking
up?
about a
What's up?"
generalization. Yeah,
What's up?
he's talking
What's
yes, it's okay.
And all of us.
It's okay.
I gotta
Jack.
take you back to the comedy store. Okay. Before we end the show, we do this thing called Dr. CW's Advice of the Week. Please take this advice serious. Take it with you for the week until we return next week.
Prostitution.
we're not coming back next week.
That's actually what I was
Oh,
going
yeah,
to say.
I got
I was going to say don't hold a person's past against them.
Is this your advice of the week?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do. We do Tech C. We got something. There we go. Dr. CW's Advice of the Week.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Listen, I'm just saying, if you are thinking about being in a relationship with a person, don't hold their past against them. If it's something that you can't deal with, then don't talk to them. That's so nasty. Yeah. If it's something you can't deal with, don't talk to them. Don't get in this relationship and then say, "Well, I still have a problem with what you used to do."
So they need to break everything down within the first few dates.
Because
What if you find out later that they used to be a prostitute or whatever?
Again, later, like maybe 2-3 dates.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's bothering you, you need to jet.
And move on. There
Yeah.
you go. That's good. That's good advice. We to each his own. We all can, just like Vato V, myself, Dr. CW, and Tech C. We
We're
all
all
had
whores.
our opinions on what we accept from our whores
Fuck.
and what we
Stop
won't
it.
accept. So
Fuck your opinions.
literally, that's my whore's name, opinion.
Bukkake.
So, folks, that is our show. Bit of news here. We've been inconsistent on some of the shows. We apologize
Very
for that. Other
inconsistent.
obligations.
Yes.
I'm actually going on vacation next week, so
Where
we
you
will
going?
not be having me. I'm going to New Orleans next week.
Oh,
nice.
New Orleans.
Nolan's never been there before.
He's gonna go flash his
I've never
titties.
been there either.
over
You
there.
never been there?
Never been there.
I've never been there either.
Never been to Nolan's.
He's
Gonna
gonna
go check it out.
He's gonna go flash his titties for beads and shit. That's what he's gonna go with.
It's not Mardi Gras, is it?
No, Mardi Gras is over.
Jazz,
Matter of fact, my friend is from
Jazz
New Orleans.
Fest.
She's
New
from New
Orleans.
She's
Orleans.
from Nolans.
She was from New Orleans.
Okay. She's your friend?
She a
Was she your friend when you were in a relationship?
Stop it. There we go. Oh my goodness.
Did you fuck her? So,
Is that the Bukkake girl?
Didn't learn bukkake till
it's
I
my
came
boo
out here.
cake.
I have a gripe.
Go ahead,
Go
Tech.
ahead.
The Kardashians are now on Hulu,
Oh my gosh.
and they had Hulu's had the biggest launch ever at any of their shows, and it was Kardashians.
Are you serious?
Oh, That's
Who cares about that?
Who the fuck is watching the Kardashians?
Exactly.
Still,
Who cares?
still.
Who cares?
They were cool 5 years, 10 years ago.
They would never.
They're hot,
15
I can
years.
say
Never cool to
this.
me.
but they're over.
I can
Get over these fucking bitches,
I can
man.
say this. I have never watched one
Neither have I.
episode of the
Neither have I.
Kardashians. I
Never-
probably watched
not
maybe
watched
like 5-10 minutes of it. After that, it was
Not a
just
full
like,
I never.
But I guarantee you,
I've never seen it.
Why?
I guarantee you, they
Period.
never watched our show either. So I guarantee you that.
I've never seen a show.
Yeah,
period,
me
it just
ever.
why?
yeah, I know.
Well, hey,
They have their
people want to know about other
loyalists.
people's lives.
Yeah, but
They're loyalists.
It's curiosity, I guess.
they are hot though. But
yeah,
They're
but
old.
they're all
Who's the
plastic.
pregnant one? There's a pregnant.
that's
girl.
Kylie
Oh.
They're
Oh, she's
old.
pregnant again?
Oh.
They're old.
again. Yeah.
Kylie who?
But they also
Kylie Jenner.
because there's so many of them, they keep they keep themselves in the news constantly. You got Bruce Jenner. You had
She's not cute.
okay. You had
She's more cute to me.
you had Kim, who was in the news originally,
Yeah.
and then the sisters. And then you had the sister who dated Lamar Odom. They keep themselves in the news. Then you had
Look at
Bruce Jenner. Then you had Bruce Jenner, who
Become
turned into a woman.
woman.
So they constantly keep themselves
Well,
in the cycle.
right now, Travis Barker and what's her name? The oldest one.
Jenner. I don't know. I don't watch the show.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
the oldest one. This one.
we don't care about the Kardashians.
Kim?
See.
Kim?
She's pretty. She's pretty
Is
though.
that Kim?
Wait.
No?
You see what Texie just said? Who the fuck cares and watches the Kardashians? Hey, did you see the Jenners dating? The Jenners dating such and such. Oh my God! I mean, come on. So,
I'm a Travis Barker fan. That's all.
okay. All right, folks. Excuse me. That is our show. www.thementalityshow.com. That is our website.
He's clearing
Past
his
episodes
his
on
bukkake
YouTube.
throat.
Please subscribe to our channel, the YouTube channel, The
Yes.
Mentality
Yes,
Show.
please.
Catch us on
We
Facebook
got 2
Live.
subscribers while we were doing this.
Nice.
Nice.
Catch us on Facebook Live, iTunes, Google Play, anywhere you get your your podcast.
All eyes. Aye.
Remember, folks, if the world ended, there will be nothing but roaches, the Mentality Show, and the Kardashians.
That's it.
So from Vato V, Tech C, Dr. CW, and me, Delano, that is our show, folks. Remember, in life, follow this advice. In life, you're good, but with our help, you could be the best. We'll see you next week, folks.
This your mentality. Be a man, boy, stand up. Get up off your ass, homie, man up. This your mentality. Yeah, we getting balls deep. Conversation over here ain't for the weak. This the mentality. Got the live show when we on the air. It's motivation, elevation when you over here. Just take that negativity and leave it in the rear. DJ Khaled, we the best, it's always screaming here, yeah. We gon' get it in, we ain't gon' never stop. And we had to grind hard for everything we got. A real man ain't gon' never have his hand out. No imitation, innovation while we stand out, yeah. We gon' keep it real, them tough conversations. That's gon' help you reach the top and find your destination. Only way to win in life is good preparation. Sacrifices, dedication, it's a separation, yeah. And you know that. Just believe in yourself, you can do that. All the hate that's around you, just push through that. You gotta change your mentality, you know that. This the mentality. Be a man, boy, stand up. Get up off your ass, homie, man up. This the mentality. Yeah, we getting balls deep. Conversation over here ain't for the weak. This the mentality. 6 p.m. going live. Got people tuned in worldwide. This the mentality. We the realest of the realest, and we know everybody gon' feel it. This the mentality show. You know how it go. Real man over here, bro. It's the mentality show. You know how I go. Can't catch an H over here, bro. No. Yeah. Getting to a topic, everybody like, whoa. We get balls deep, but you already know. We ain't sugarcoat nothing, we gon' put it on the floor. If you all up in your feelings, then it's time for you to go. Yeah. Cause we don't do that. We gon' address the issues, and you know that. This a place where you can get it off your chest. Say you're good right now, we try to turn you to the best. And we gon' let it ride. This mentality we got, we take it worldwide. and we gon' let it ride. This mentality we got, we take it worldwide. This the mentality. Be a man, boy, stand up. Get up off your ass, homie, man up. This the mentality. Yeah, we getting balls deep. Conversation over here ain't for the weak. This the mentality. 6 p.m. going live. Got people tuned in worldwide. This the mentality. We the realest of the realest, and we know everybody gon' feel us. This the mentality. Welcome to the Mentality Show, where it's all about the mentality.